Many people know on this channel I'm a huge fan of His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, Prince William. He really does try his best to connect with the relevant things, and a lot of his incentives, including the helping of homelessness, really do resonate with a lot of people over here in the United Kingdom. But as I've said to you before, their recent idea of signing up a CEO to help both the Princess of Wales and the Prince of Wales hone exactly where their marketing should be, or indeed where the best eyeballs should be to make sure their charities are well looked at, might not be a bad idea after all. You see, Prince William recently visited a branch of Pret a Manger over here in the United Kingdom. It's a well-established sort of coffee and sandwich snack type bar place. And this was a big event, down in Bournemouth. And of course, Prince William met alongside the MD, Panis Christo, the head of Pret a Manger. But now this particular branch, this particular company, should I say, have absolutely been blasted for charging, quite frankly, an extortionate amount, what really amounts to a cheese and pickle sandwich. So once again, has His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales got himself in something of a pickle? Let me explain. Hi, good morning. Neil Sean here. Nice to see you as ever. And thank you so much for joining me today. As I say, it can swing like that, quite frankly, if you get it wrong. You see, the bigger problem, as I've told you before over here, the major chain Pret a Manger does a lot to help people in the homeless world. They donate some of their unwanted food, and a portion of their money goes every year for their Christmas sandwiches to the homelessness charities. So you can understand why the Prince of Wales aligned himself to that and showed a recent visit to said store. This was all to help his incentive for homelessness, his big charitable deal. But the bigger problem is this, you see, over here in the United Kingdom, they've decided to rack up the costs of just simple sandwiches. This is because Pret a Manger have now come up with this thing called Club Pret, where you have to pay a certain amount every month. But the benefits are that then you can actually buy a sandwich at a more reasonable rate than having to pay the thing without being part of the club. You get the picture. So this particular branch here in Kensington High Street, a stone's throw away from Kensington Palace, is charging £7.15 for a basic cheese and pickle sandwich. This, as you can imagine, has exploded. And once again, this leaves the, shall we say, association, the Royal Association, is something of a bit of a jeopardy. Should the royals be being associated with companies that are literally ripping off the everyday worker? There's no two ways about it. There is no way that that sandwich is worth £7.15. Now, we've contacted Pret a Manger. They never ever get back, but I have to be honest, in the area of transparency, we used to use the company a lot when we had big events at the studio, but we abandoned them because they told me that unless I collected the food myself, even though it was down the road, and this was a weekly event, selling, collecting food for them for over £200, they weren't interested. So consequently, we dumped them. Is this going to be the same situation for the Prince and Princess of Wales? After all, they may be helping homelessness, a fraction, but are they actually helping the real people that support their businesses and make it profitable? A bit of a sandwich filler, I'm sure you'll agree. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.